Welcome to Tarot Tuesday for the week of April 21st. This is for Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising. Take what resonates, and if this reading doesn't speak to you, go check out your other two signs videos for deeper messages. So Capricorn, we are in fellow Earth sign season Taurus. The Sun and Venus are currently there, but on the 24th, Venus moves ahead into Gemini. The next day, Uranus also moves into Gemini, so breaking up the earthy energy that we are wanting to ground into right now. And then the very next day, the 26th, we have Pallas. It's an asteroid that rules over things like wisdom and knowledge, moving into Aries. So here we are seeing a lot of faster information coming at people, at everybody, but also faster processing of that information as your own internal wisdom. Yeah, so let's see what that means for Capricorn. And this week I'm using the Forager's Daughter Tarot. So let's see what we got going on for Capricorn. All right. The Emperor reversed. It's Bambi's dad. Look at that. The Emperor reversed. So, and the Emperor is your card. The Emperor is one of your cards. So Capricorn, this is just a moment for you to really, it being reversed is saying that you feel like, I feel like somebody's like pulling the rug from underneath you right now. This could be a moment where somebody or something is trying to just maybe not emasculate you, but that is what it looks like in this card, at least how it's represented. And so Capricorn, this is you having to stand tall and stand in your truth this week, because right now the collective, on a collective level, with this Aries moving into, or Pallas moving into Aries, we have all this information being shot at us. And the point of the flood of information is that, like, while little truths are coming out, it's getting washed away in all of the shit that we're being bombarded with. And so Capricorn, really standing tall and in your truth and moving at your pace. This came up a lot last week about pace, but for you it's saying that, yeah, people want to push you in all kinds of directions, and this is you saying no and standing in your truth in this time period that we are living in. Yeah, because you're coming from a place of the Star, and you as a Capricorn, you've probably built up your character at this time, shown people who you are, built up whatever reputation, I think is what I'm trying to say. And so this is you getting comfy, my love? Okay. This is you being able to, you know, stay in that character that you've already grown to this point in your life. Yeah, don't let anything sway you out of it, because you're also the Magician. A few people have had this, and so if we can stay out of the bullshit, we can be freaking magicians this week. I keep doing that. We can be magicians this week. And so this representation of the Magician is really, you know, when we think of a magician, we think of somebody who does a lot of transformation, magical acts, but this is you being the transformation. You are the butterfly that came from a caterpillar. You are these tadpoles. Wow, I just realized it, that these tadpoles are going through this barrier and becoming freaking butterflies. So Capricorn, you can have this transformation, but you do have to filter through all of the bullshit and stay fully present in yourself. Do not let outside influences sway you away from that magic that you already have. Yeah, because the outcome is the Four of Cups reversed. And so this being your outcome, reflecting that Emperor that was also reversed at the beginning of this reading, it's saying that, yeah, your divine truth. And so normally in a regular tarot deck, normally these cards are all actual cards, but 2 of these cards are just reflections in this deck. So with this Capricorn, you are you, and no one can control or tell you how you present yourself to the world. But you and the Emperor being reversed is that warning of, are you actually truly your authentic self, or are you the projections that people put on you? Are you the status you think that you've developed in this lifetime? Be the magician, be the star. These are your abilities to transform yourself in any moment to, you could upgrade if you want to at any point in this lifetime. Your status is constantly elevating with you as you age along in this lifetime. Don't let this moment that we are living in sway you, because we are more than just this last year of life. We are more than these last few months of life. We are more than even just us in, adulthood in general. We were born here, and we are all of that collective self up until now. We are all those collective selves through this lifetime, through to the next one. So, there's been times for me when I was in a place of leveling up, of like graduating to next levels of my life. Like, say, even in my yoga classes, I had to, and it wasn't I had to, it was just I embodied, no, I'm already a yoga teacher. This is already my thing. So Capricorn, you just kind of have to do that. Like, even if there's things that you think you're working through to, like, maybe get a new certification, a new credential, act like you already have it, because that's what you're aiming for. So be there versus being in any doubt that you don't deserve it. Yeah, because you're worth everything that you believe you are worth. Yeah, that is what the tarot has for you this week. But to ground it into this earth sign season, I'm going to pull a card from the Earth Power Oracle deck. And just, sorry in advance, I cannot pronounce all of these words sometimes. My bad. Alright, so let's see. Okay, well, it comes with an English word, so that's fine. Mount Warning. I create my own destiny and opportunities. I am humbly eternal. Yeah, so look at this. This just summed up everything that we've been talking about. You need to live and walk your own destiny. This journey up this mountain is yours alone. You take every step up this mountain on your own. Even though a lot of sacred mountains people don't want you climbing, so maybe don't. But if you need that, Capricorn, that was one thing. I think right before I turned 30 or after I turned 30, I think I had a goal of, before I turned 30, I wanted to climb a mountain, just for the sake of me in my 20s to like be done with it. I think I ended up doing it while I was in my 30s, but either way, I needed to do that for myself. Capricorn, if you need that for yourself, it's very healing to be out in nature. If you want to connect to, if you could actually, I believe, I don't know where this one is. I think this is in Australia. Excuse you, there we go. Yeah, so, connect to a mountain if you can, because this one's in Australia, unless you're there or have the ability to just get there to connect to this mountain. You can just climb a mountain that is anywhere that you can climb, that you have access to, and that is your own journey, that is your own endurance building at the time. Just nature in general is very healing. So Capricorn, if you have the ability to go out somewhere, do something for you, create your own destiny and opportunities. You don't have to listen to me this whole reading. You can go do whatever you need to do, but this is just saying that you really don't need to worry about like status. You don't need to worry about reputation or any of that shit. Nobody cares. Yeah. All right, that's what I have for you this week, Capricorn. I hope that helps. I do hope you realize that you have that magician and star within you, and nobody's opinions of you matter. and that you do find a way to really drop into yourself, nature, if you can. And I'll see you next week. Bye.